शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोविष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं लीलाधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, third chapter, 3 onwards. In yesterday's class we are discussing a conditioned Jivatma, how it is hankering for the various sense objects and trying to gather those, but those are all destroyed by time. And it will be falsely understanding that so gathering and accumulation of the things, family members, so and so. So it thinks that it is the success of the life, but which is very temporary. Maybe you can reduce panic, speed. AC is also working and why little slowly. The foolish family man doesn't become averse to family life, although he is maintained by those whom he once maintained. Deformed by the influence of old age, he prepares himself to meet ultimate death. We have seen when this person so is not able to earn money and not able to maintain his family. At that time, respect from his family members. So respect from his family members will not be there. They won't give any respect. They treat like how a farmer treats a bull who is became old. So like that, worn out oxen. They treat like that. A farmer treats a old bull like whenever giving feed, whenever time comes to feed it, he thinks that what is the need of giving this grass for it? Anyway, it is not working. It's a waste of food, waste of the grass. Better to give me this grass too. So young bulls Or otherwise cows which are giving milk. Even in the family also like that only. Nice things he will bring and he will not give to his parents, old parents. He thinks that what is the use of giving to them? Better to give children. My children, if they eat, they will be nice. They can become very strong. What is the need of giving milk for these people, old people? What is the need of giving the vitamin food? What is the meaning giving the so healthy food? Okay, for the sake of survival, let them eat something. But all the rich food, nice food should be given to my children. Those will be growing and those will be needing this. Like that, they will be considering everywhere and every time, even the clothes also. What is the need to purchase clothes for these old people? Let me purchase costly and nice clothes for my wife. Like that he thinks. This is the way they treat. Same way in future, his children also will be treating like him. Like how he's treating his father, and his children will treat him like that. This is the way actually. It's a common actually. It's very common in the society. They don't care for old parents. If possible, they think that let them send to old age home. Or otherwise, they will live in the house, so in village, and they will be nicely staying in the apartments in city. They think that if we bring their parents, it will be extra burden, waste of the money. Let them be there. So this is the way they get in their mind. But the same person, he was working hard to grow up his children, but now children they don't care for him. So even old people also they are so ignorant that okay, at least I am getting something to eat now. So because of attachment to the body and attachment to the children and attachment to the relationship with this body, they don't see that this kind of so ill treatment also. ऐसा भैंस पर बारिश होती तो क्या होता है उसको कुछ फर्क पड़ता है भैंस पर बारिश दोनों को में वाहन पड़ती है दैट मींस देखो भैंस भैंस के ऊपर पानी गिरने से उसको कोई कुछ फर्क पड़ता है वैसा ही these people also they don't mind what is there actually okay no problem my son only is scolding me now anyway it is also nice for me these old people also think like that even his son is so much partiality is showing to his children and to the parents but still parents they don't feel okay no problem very nice they don't understand why this kind of heinous situation for me. So what is the cause? Who am I? Why I am here? So like that he never inquired actually. So Prabhupada is writing this purport. In the actually I am studying 13 sloka purport only. Not only in the present age, but from time immemorial, no one has liked an old man who is unable to earn in the family. Not only now, because Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Kapila is saying, that means it is there from time immemorial, not liking old people. So obviously, even in the modern age, in some communities or states, the old men are given poison so that they will die as soon as possible. They always think that when he will die. This is the feeling actually. Better he should die. So good. Why he has to live so much long, so long life? What is the need for him? What he is going to do? What he is going to earn? Like this, they think. People who are not in Krishna consciousness, they will be thinking, what is the use of for them to live? Not earning anything. Let them die. Like that, they will be scolding us all the time. Why? How many years you will live further? Why don't you die? Why you need all these things? Why you need all these facilities? What did you give to us? What you give? Whatever you give, you already ate away. Only you give debts. What is use of your life? You should die. Like that they scold actually. In common it happens actually. Except some people who are in the goodness or people who are in devotees. So others they will not treat at all their parents. Nowadays family system also is not at all having the strong. It's not a strong family system. There are no values. Family values also are not there. So that's why nobody is giving respect for the elderly people. Because from the childhood they were not taught at all about values. So then how we can expect some values in them? Respecting women, respecting old people, so caring children, so protecting cows, respecting brahmanas, such a things you cannot expect. Because now generation, present generation like that, no values. In some cannibalistic communities, the old grandfather is sportingly killed. Nobody writing. Sportingly they kill, playfully. They take they take fun in killing the old person. And a feast is held in which his body is eaten. I don't know where it happens. Sir, that's sir. Cannibalistic communities. Huh? Africa. The example is given that a farmer doesn't like an old bull who has ceased to work. Similarly, when an attached person in family life becomes old and is unable to earn, he is no longer liked by his wife, sons, daughters, and other kinsmen, and he is consequently neglected. What to speak of not being given respect? Neglect is worst actually. So sometimes they will be simply they'll finding one storeroom and they'll throw there actually. Even in some villages actually, you have seen they just they made it it's like a scorching heat in the summer. Just with the polythene, they made a one small shed and they kept it. They throw there actually. And they are having the AC and everything. And old parent is inside that. This kind of thing. They think that what is the use? Why he is not dying? That is the question. Who is going to do this service? This is a very common happens actually. It is judicious, therefore, to give up. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. It is judicious, therefore, to give up family attachment before one attains old age and take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should employ himself in the Lord's service so that Supreme Lord can take charge of him and he will not be neglected by his so-called kinsmen. So what Prabhupada is recommending? So बुढ़ा होने तक बस घर में ऐसे धोते मत रहो एकदम जाके पानी दे दे और आपको सो धोए और एकदम आप अपना खुद का काम भी नहीं कर सकते ऐसा स्थिति आने तक घर में पड़े मत रहो गिव फैमिली अटैचमेंट before one attain old age and take shelter of the supreme personality of God. बुढ़ा होके बस अभी भी पैसा कमा के लड़का को पैसा दे दो ये सोचते रहते हैं दिमाग में क्या है कौन सा मजा है इसमें हाँ वो आके देखेंगे क्या आपको कुछ नहीं देखे क्या दिया तुम ऐसे पूछेगा एक क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ यू व्हाट इज यूज ऑफ बिकॉज दैट इज द वे दे सी even you think that whatever is there because of my hard work it is there like that son will say I earned everything what you give only debts. So like this, they will not be happy. You will even if you do any amount of things, they will never be happy and they will find. Otherwise, they say you give to that son so much, but you give to me, and you go there. They say like this. And that person also will say, what you give me? You give everything to him and you go there. Like that they used to play like football actually. Their consciousness is a fact. So that's why it is judicious. Therefore, to give up family attachment before one attains old age and take shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, sloka number 4. तत्राप्यजात तत्राप्यजात निर्वेदो प्रियमाण स्वयं धृतैः जनयो मान्तवैरूप्यो मरणाभिमुखो गृहे. The foolish family man doesn't become averse to family life, although he is maintained by those whom he once maintained. Deformed by the influence of old age, he prepares himself to meet ultimate death. So the foolish family man doesn't become averse. This, he was maintaining till now, and now they are maintaining. How they are maintaining? With any respect they will maintain? No. Just they throw the food like that. That means always they express their frustration actually. Even so, daughter-in-law sons, but she'll be expressing her frustration. Why still you are here? Why don't you die soon? I have to give my time to my children. Why I have to spend for you? My time and energy. Like that, she is always, that means anything she gives, with a lot of frustration she gives. Even if you give food or water or anything, like this. And but this foolish man never feel bad for that. Okay, anyway, she is my daughter-in-law. Who will scold her if she is not scolding? No problem. This is the way. This is the deep ignorance, right? Indra being in the pig body, even Brahma is calling, come to Indra position, but no. I'm so happy here. This is the nature of the conditioned soul. So, family attraction is so strong. Why this is? Because family attraction. So, I gave birth to son and he married her. So, who is she? She is also mine, my family member. And what is the problem if she scores? No problem. He never realized why I am getting this kind of treatment. No. Family attraction is so strong that even if one is neglected by family members in his old age, he cannot give up family affection. And on top of that, he always thinks that if possible, he wants to cheat someone and bring money for son. Still, is there any chance is there like that? He tries to play games. And he also tries to, so how to get more money for my son? This is the way they think also. And he remains at home just like a dog. Dog, how it is? Just if you throw some biscuits, it will be just always so shaking his tail and it is roaming around that person. Even if you get kicked by your feet, what it will do? Will it bite? No. You say like that, and it will be surrounding to him. He'll never go away. This is the thing. He'll never go away. Dog is that is the mentality of dog. Similarly, these people also, even they scold and they insult and they do anything, they will never feel bad. Anyway, they are giving food. Okay, I'm so happy. Let me continue on this road. Let me make more and more favor to my son. They don't realize that what is the svarupa of Jivan, who is Supreme Personality of God. Nothing, no. Even if you go and try to tell, he will say, oh, I can't hear. I can't see. It's very difficult for me. But if you say some tricks for business, all his eyes will be open, your ears will be open, everything will be active. In the Vedic way of life, one has to give up family life when he is strong enough. ऐसा नहीं कि सड़ा हुआ शरीर से क्या करे, मंदिर में तब आएगा 70 साल में, क्या करने के लिए, मंदिर में खाने के लिए, हैं? So in the Vedic way of life, one has to give up family life when he is strong enough. It is advised that before getting too weak and being baffled in material activities and before becoming deceived, one should give up family life and engage oneself completely in the service of the Lord for the remaining days of his life. Completely means completely, not ada bacha karate. All the time you take the meanings of the words as favorable to your consciousness, like that you take. कंप्लीटली माने पूरा सब कुछ मेरा लड़का को लड़कियों को सबको देने के बाद जो बचेगा थोड़ा सा मेरे तो सेवा कोई करेगा तो उतना दो. दिस इज कंप्लीट. You define the word meaning of complete as per your conditioning and convenience. Try to understand. Bhakti is not so cheap. Bhakti means giving everything, surrendering completely, giving up everything. This is meaning of Bhakti. One should give up family life and engage oneself completely in the service of the Lord for remaining days of his life. Prabhupada set an example actually. He just left his family life, everything, and he dedicated himself for service of Krishna. So, not that after becoming so weak, now someone should maintain. They think that, oh, why I have to give pain to, like this also some people they think, some old people, why I have to give expenses and pain for my son, and because they are getting disturbed to earn money because of my health disturbances. Let me go somewhere else and happily I will become burden for others and my son should be happy. This way also they think so cheaply. It is enjoined, therefore, in the Vedic scriptures that as soon as one passes 50 years age, 50 years of age, must, not the word must, must give up family and live alone in the forest. After preparing himself fully, he should become a sannyas to distribute knowledge of spiritual life to each and every form. What now we should do? Now there are no forests. Already we cut down everything. So now what we have to do? We have to, even if you are in the family, stop all the endeavors to earn more money for your family. What do you have to do? You retire from that. Whatever is enough over. And you give time to associate more and more sadhus. Your priority should increase for associating bhakta. So, srestha bhaktas. And try to learn what is Krishna consciousness deeply. अभी मेरा समय नहीं है, मेरा ये नहीं है, वो नहीं, और क्या करना है? 50 आ गया, क्या करना है? और भी कमा के देना है, और भी कमा के देना है, किसको देना है? उससे क्या होगा आपका? What is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. So, no use, waste of time actually. You are wasting your time and energy. Enough is enough. नहीं जाना अच्छा था, इसमें family life. If you go also okay, but there should be a limit. There should be a limit. So, as per standard, 50 years, that's all. And one should prepare himself fully, he should become a sannyasi. To try to become a sannyasi. And to distribute knowledge of spiritual life to each and every home. That's how Prabhupada did actually. He set an example to the society how one should get out from the family life at the age of 50 and giving fully for Krishna, completely engaging in the service of Krishna. Then there is success. It's not that सोलह माला तो कर रहा हूं ना प्रभु जी इधर ही रहूंगा अच्छे से 16 माला क्या 16 माला तो बिगिनिंग 16 माला से चले जाएंगे 16 माला करके प्रभु जी प्रभुपाद तो 16 माला बोले बस और प्रभुपाद क्या बोल रहे हैं और कोई बोल रहे हैं क्या इधर कंप्लीटली इन द सर्विस ऑफ वन सेल्फ कंप्लीटली इन द सर्विस ऑफ लॉर्ड ये प्रभुपाद नहीं बोल रहे हैं कौन बोल रहे हैं जो कन्वीनियंट लगता है वो इंस्ट्रक्शन बोल लीजिए एंकरेजमेंट के लिए ऐसे बोला गया 16 माला करो कम से कम बोला ऐसे नहीं कि यही मैक्सिमम उससे ज्यादा करेगा तो नुकसान हो जाएगा इसका नहीं बोलिए that is the attitude actually human attitude is what because of our conditioning nature because of this mind intelligence all are influenced by passion and ignorance it always take the as per conditioning we take those close meanings which can satisfy that conditioning ऐसा लाल चश्मा पहन के देखेंगे तो सब कुछ लाल दिखता है ना ऐसा अंदर अटैचमेंट रखकर जब भी कथा सुनते हैं कथा में भी आपको अटैचमेंट ही दिखता है बाहर नहीं आ पाएंगे अटैचमेंट के अनुसार उतना ही अर्थ निकलता है आपकी हृदय में उतना ही अर्थ लेते अटैचमेंट के अनुसार कंप्लीटली माने हाँ सब कुछ होने पर जो बच जाएगा वो कंप्लीटली हाँ 50 years माने ऐसा नहीं 50 years उसको दूसरा तात्पर्य अपना अपना निकाल दे वही बिकॉज ऑफ heavy conditioning this is the conditioning all these are all influenced by the modes your intelligence will not take right meaning of the word which is influenced by the what is the decision who will decide the meaning of the words what happens Shravanam process when you hear the words here I will explain this is also a very important concept there are the ears are their senses now words are coming so when words are coming words will be first touching the eardrums of the ears, drums of the ears. Then those will be capturing that sound that will be given to mind actually. So those sounds are given to mind. Then mind gives to intelligence. Intelligence, what it does? Now, example, this is an apple. This sound, if you heard through your ears, it will come to mind, it will come to the intelligence. Intelligence will be recognizing each and every word. This is an apple. Intelligence will decide, oh, this is an apple. इदी मामिडी पंडू कुछ रिकॉग्नाइज किया क्या नहीं हुआ क्यों intelligence doesn't have so is searching when you hear this word this sentence your intelligence is searching the such a words inside the chitta actually what intelligence will do whatever words we heard and it came to the mind to intelligence so intelligence will be seeing so trying to recognize each and word this is an apple already in the chitta what are they what are there are so many impressions of the various words are there so whenever the new words came these words are compared with the existing impressions and finally recognized this is an that means in the first step finally intelligence will recognize each and every word ఇది మామిడి పండు this is not recognized because you don't have impressions of these words so now what happens then after that next after recognition the each and every word then intelligence will be finding the meanings of each word this means object which is very near that is the meaning is means in present and means one so apple is a fruit So like that, intelligence will be fetching the meanings of each and every word. From where? From chitta. You'll fetch the meanings of each and every word. Then after that, meanings are so connected each together. That means an is an helping, is an a helping verb. And this is the subject. And apple. So, and about that apple is said now. That means presently there is apple. So this kind of finally meaning is, that means when these meanings are connected each other to get a understanding of that sentence. But if you don't have meanings of these words, idi vaka maamidi pandu. If you hear idi ante enti, idi means what, vaka means what, maamidi means what, pandu means what. You don't have these meanings, then sabda will happen, will not happen. These words you might be recognizing now. If I said 2-3 times, you may be able to recognize idi because those syllables in idi also, e is there, t is there, which are there in your Hindi language also or in English language also. You may be able to, if say 2-3 times, these words you may recognize because second time, third time, if I say, oh, idi, vaka, maamidi, pandu, okay. But meaning, any Shabda will happen? No. But Shabda will happen. So when there are the meanings are known to you, that means after connecting the meanings of each and every word, you are able to so know that presently on the table there is an apple. This is known as what? Shabda Bodha. 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 Shabda Bodha. What is the difference between Sabda Pratyaksham and Shabda Bodha? Shabda Pratyaksham means first and foremost, what happened? Intelligence is able to recognize each and every word. This is an apple. This sentence is known. This sentence is recognized first. That is known as Sabda Pratyaksham. After that, what happened? Next level, meanings of each and every word is collected from chitta, and then after that, connecting of the meanings are done, and then finally, understanding is there. That understanding is known as Shabda Bodha. You are understanding how the listening process happens? नहीं अंडरस्टैंड हो रहा है, समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? थोड़ा थोड़ा आ रहा है. लास्ट पार्ट लास्ट पार्ट शब्द प्रत्यक्ष शब्द बहुत अलग अलग है. See, when you hear this is an apple, so those are all captured by the ears and given to mind, and mind will be given to intelligence, and intelligence what it is doing? Recognizing this is an apple. That means the sound whatever is nothing but what? This is an apple. Like that it is recognizing. This is known as Sabda. Recognizing words is known as what? Sabda Pratyaksha. Then after the next step, what happens? Collecting the meanings of words. And then after that, connecting that meanings. Then finally, so connecting and finally you are getting this meaning of total sentence. That is known as what? Huh? Shabda. That is known as Shabda. Okay? So in this way, you are hearing from me also so many sentences. So you are collecting first the sentences and then after that trying to fetch the meanings and then connecting those meanings, and finally you are getting the meaning of each and every sentence. This is known as Shabda. If intelligence is fully influenced by the rajas, then what will happen? So the words, whatever you hear, you take as per conditioning of that intelligence, the meanings will be taken. Completely means what you take? Not everything. Conveniently you take. So like that. So if intelligence is a mode of ignorance, if intelligence is now influenced by ignorance, then ulta meanings lenge. Manmani meanings. Then you will be getting the kind of Shabda. Why I am saying all these things? Because So people who has attachment, who has deep attachment for the material things, even if they hear Krishna Katha, even if they hear the so many important things which are explaining the state of the Jivatma, they are not going to get the right understanding. So that's why one should be in the mode of goodness and one should be in the with without attachment you should hear. If you have attachment for the material things and if you hear because of so much passion and ignorance, if you hear the even Krishna Katha, they are not going to get the full benefit actually. अपने attachment को side रख के to try to take the as it is meanings. उसमें डर लगता है. अरे प्रभुपाद जी ऐसा बोल रहे हैं ऐसा लेना है क्या एज इट इज. हाँ लेना है. तो मैं नहीं कर पाता हूँ इसीलिए मैं उसका मीनिंग ऐसा नहीं लेता हूँ जो मुझे कन्वीनियंटली लगता है उतना तक लेता हूँ. इधर ही रुक जाते हैं. We all stop here only. We are not able to progress because we are not taking the full, real, actual meaning. So that's why we should become a sannyasi to distribute knowledge of spiritual life to each and every person. Become sannyasi. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. People who are in the other varnas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, they may not become sannyasis, but they should become vanaprasthas. One more thing, like sannyasi means Iskcon gives sannyasi, which is a long procedure. Sannyas means internalism. Yeah, organization sannyas is later. Organization sannyas is not given to everyone. Yes. So internally you should take this. Even living home means you should do consciously because there are no forests to stay in. So retire from all the family business. So many dealings, this and that, everything you retire. थोड़ा सा दर्द लगे. अटैचमेंट छोड़ने में दर्द होता है या नहीं? होता है. लेकिन दवा लेना चाहिए तब समय बचेगा आगे बढ़ेंगे. नहीं तो ऐसे ही और कल करेंगे परसों करेंगे ऐसा सालों साल चले जाएगा और कुछ बचेगा. सब कुछ जीर्ण होने के बाद क्या करेंगे? शरीर पूरा जीर्ण होने के बाद कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा. आस्तेव मत्योपपन्यस्तं गृहपालायुवाहरन् आमयाव्यप्रदीप्ताग्निर् अल्पारोल्पचेष्टितः. Thus he remains at home just like a pet dog and eats whatever is so negligently given to him. Who is saying? Sukadeva Goswami is saying. Maitreya is saying. So will they speak anything which is not happening in the society? It's very commonly happening, that's why they are saying. So it is there in every until unless someone is so nicely grown up with the values, with the dharma from the childhood, and such a highly cultured person who is also Krishna conscious, such a person may treat their parents so nicely. Otherwise, he remains at home just like a pet dog and eats whatever is so negligently given. Yeah, most of the time they give negligently. अरे कुछ सुनना है आता नहीं है, अरे कुछ दिखता नहीं, बस बोलता रहता है, ऐसा बोलता है. जो दिया बस खाओ चुपचाप. तो ऐसे होता है. इतना गौरव. It's not it's not lying, it's a harsh reality. It's going to happen to all of us also. Maybe one or two times they may give lovingly, but at certain point of time, definitely they get frustration. As much as you become more and more dependent on them, the frustration keep on increasing. It will increase like it. It's true, it's a fact. Don't think that my children are very nice. Not nice. Nobody is nice. That's only your illusion.
So, okay, this says, get out of the family life. Or either explaining to the children that they should adjust the situation and they should respect their elders.
Of course, we should teach how to respect elders to children. But but we should retire. We should retire. Oh, my children are nicely taken care. I will be staying there. Spiritual purpose will be defeated. But that is not possible. It is written here, means it's a fact. Sastra is the pramana. It will speak always truth only. So it's fact actually. They will definitely behave negligently towards us. As much as your dependence increases, their frustration multiplies into many folds. Afflicted. So we should not go for such a situation actually. Better to be retired from this and be with the more and more time with sadhus and accept the fact actually. Don't expect any kind of respect from them. एकदम आगे पीछे होते हैं. Even old people. Oh, my children are not respecting me, and I give so much crores of wealth for them, but now they are not listening me, not caring me. It is not possible, Baba. You also did same way to your parents, and how you are expecting something new thing will come to you. And some people they think that if I keep whole wealth with me, then my children is always so like a dogs, they will be running behind me. I'll keep biscuit with them. They have to serve. They'll become smart actually. This is also not what. They all think that अरे हमको नहीं देख कहाँ देगा ये देखते यदि ज्यादा करेगा तो finish him. There are so many cases children kill parents. They do jada smart, then what they will do? They'll kill him. They'll give just how much time it will take for them. And they say that he died naturally. Nobody cares, nobody asks. Where comes it? In old age, what kind of smartness will work? Afflicted with many illness. Of course, even if your so-called take caring sons are there, but what is not going to leave you? Afflicted with many illness and what is that? Dysphagia and loss of appetite. He eats only very small morsels of food and he becomes an invalid and who cannot work anymore. Completely will become invalid. Day by day, he will become invalid. Increases. Before meeting death, one is should to become a diseased invalid. And when he is neglected by his family members, his life becomes like less than dogs. Less than dog. Actually, till now, is proper purpose is a dog, but Prabhupada is saying less than dog. ये सब जरूरी है क्या? चुपचाप भगवान की नाम लेके पूरा की पूरा भगवान समर्पित हो. जब शक्ति है शरीर में तभी भगवान की समर्पित होकर निरंतर भक्तों से यदि आप if you get even insult also no problem, that's good actually. So but people think reversely actually. कोई भी कंडीशन भक्त आपको कोई गाली दिया तो फिर भी अच्छा है वो. ऐसा संग मत छोड़ो. कोई भी अच्छा भक्त भी मिलेगा उसको ऐसे ही बस ऐसा करके छोड़ के बस आगे बढ़ो. मुझे ऐसा किया मंदिर में वो मैं नहीं जाऊंगा मंदिर. क्या किया? तो तब आप ही मर जाएंगे. Vina bhakti. Better to be with devotees. Because not that everyone in the community is so nice. They are also working on their anarthas. They are also conditioned. But they are all aspiring to become pure. No problem. But if your son is scolding you and is just treating you like a dog, but if you feel that is nice, that is worse actually. What is going to get from there? Huh? He is scolding, but you feel that is okay, no problem. Why you are relating that yourself as body and he is my son? This is my family. If they scold, it's okay. But what is the real family? What we learned yesterday. Maya gives family, Krishna also gives family. Which family you want? Krishna's family. If you get scoldings from Krishna's family, it's okay. Priority and attitude has to change. You should understand deeply what is the reality. You remember this right now. If actually Jivatma is pure and it is part and parcel of the Lord and it is the servant of the Lord. So that's why it's a real family is Krishna and his devotees. But this body, because of being covered by the avidya and because of the false ego, we are considering ourselves as body and we are connected with this body. We think that they are our family, but it is an illusion actually. If they scold you, it is nice, and if the devotee who is aspiring to become a devotee, if he is scolded, then it is not nice. Is worse actually. पचाने में दर्द होता है ये सब मानने में लेकिन मानना है मानेगा तो बचेगा नहीं तो गिरेगा up to you what you want to take. If man leaves home, okay, sorry. Vedic literature enjoined therefore that before the arrival of such miserable conditions, one should leave home and die without the knowledge of his family. One should die without. ये तो वैदिक लिटरेचर वैदिक कल्चर में प्रभु अभी नहीं है दूसरा अर्थ आता है मन में एक्सक्यूज के लिए है ना अभी नहीं है ना वो सब उस समय का अभी तो कुछ सब कुछ चलता है ये तो कलयुग है प्रभु कलयुग है ये है वो है वो if a man leaves home and dies without his family knowing that is considered to be a glorious death but people think that my so my sons my grandsons all should be together when I die they should be take me to smasana vatika royal way that is also a dream actually they will dream they dream like that but Prabhupada writing you see but an attached family man wants his family members to carry him in a greater procession even after his death and although he will not be able to see how the procession goes he still desires that his body be taken gorgeously in possession एकदम firework के साथ बहुत बड़ा समाधि बनाने चाहिए but they don't do anything they think that nowadays actually they'll call actually there is no I used to क्या बोलते हिंदी में तो चारों लोग उठा के ले जाते हैं हाँ? आरती 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 हाँ nowadays they are not doing arti also no just they call that marching van and they will set a fire that's nowadays no wood and wood firing is nothing there will be a machine no? Actually what we say that huh? Electric machine they keep in that that's all nobody is going also So this kind of things are not at all happening nowadays. No rituals, nothing. Just they call and the marching van will come and वो भी भूत बन के वैसे घूमता रहेगा तब क्योंकि उनका शरीर ठीक से जला है नहीं और इसके ऊपर चढ़ते रहेंगे इसका और इनका जो भी आगे वाला पीढ़ियों पर मेरा ऐसे कि आप लोग मेरा पूरा दौलत खा लिया rituals are very important to send off that jivatma properly we should do
In this case, how ritual
is there
until sanskar.
until sanskar
But if a person leaves home without knowledge of family members, then how is
that is glorious that is best than that agnim sanskar
that?
because he already left attachment for family everything na sanskar is needed the souls which are in the family right? Is glorious actually extraordinary that is huh?
Not needed.
Huh?
It was not needed.
Not needed. Already he is beyond the body and beyond the family, material conditioning. Very nice. Then there is no need of any rituals. There is no because rituals are needed those who are going to help attached to Jivatma. At least they should not become a ghost. So that's why we do rituals and ask them to get the Atana Deha. Go. Go there, don't be here. We're requesting them by the rituals. But those who are liberated for them, there is no need of this. This kind of sadha karma is not needed actually. They are beyond the karma. That is glorious death. Thus he is happy without even knowing where he has to go when he leaves his body for the next life. That means they don't think that what is my next body. They never think that. They think that this body should be taken in a gorgeous way, in a big position. And they will be saying this again and again to their children. Hey, you should do like this for me. Are you going to see that? Huh? प्रेत शरीर ना आने के लिए भूत नहीं बनने के लिए रिचुअल्स
If a person goes to some Iskcon farm and he gets attached, he makes a family there.
He makes a family there.
He gets attached to and or he goes to a farm and that is either to worship. So there also he will get attached. That is better or more good, or he is alone in the dham and
material attachment is not good anywhere. There also we love devotees because of their devotees. Not that he, oh ये तो मेरा लड़का है मेरा ये है वो है he is my son with that because he is hearing my words and he is giving medicine on time he is nicely serving with that way if you have attachment that's not good. Material. Husband and wife they are devotees but they love each other in material way. It's not good. That means with material consciousness you are attached to them. So no. Because जीवे स्वरूप पर कोई कृष्ण नित्य दास. You should treat your wife also, your husband also, your family members as the devotees. Then it will be successful. Internal consciousness should be there. That weight should be there in the consciousness. And we do follow dharma externally. As a husband, you are caring them as your duty. But if that love towards your wife is dominating the love for Krishna, then this is known as Jnana Karmadi Avrita Krishna Anusera. Avritam it is. Your love for Krishna is now covered with something else. That is not pure devotion at all. Anyabhilashta sunyam Jnana karma anavruta. Anavruta Krishna was telling it. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam. Manmanabho matbhakto madhyaji mam namastu. So like this, Mameva ye prapatyante, Mam eva, not son, not wife, not children. Mam eva prapatyante, eva. You should only surrender to me, not to your son. In the old days, people they go and surrender to their children. उससे क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं. Mameva prapatyante. One should become, that's why when you become Krishna's, then automatically you may become distasteful for your family members. No problem. Distasteful for them. No problem. If you become close to Krishna. Mameva prapadyante. They say in Krishna, hey, dependent on me, I will take care. You see, मेरा केयरिंग कैसा लगेगा आपको देखना चाहिए. ये भगवान बोल रहे हैं और आप बोलते हैं मेरा लड़का की सरेंडर करूंगा. लड़का को तो तब दो उधर ही जाओ, जाओ उधर ही जाओ. आई विल नॉट शो हाउ आई केयर यू. भगवान की केयरिंग कैसा रहता है पता है आपको? नहीं पता है. जब सरेंडर फुल्ली होंगे तब पता चलेगा. अभी सरेंडर ही नहीं करेंगे तो वो कैसा होगा? कैसे पता चले? टेस्ट कैसा रहेगा आपको पता नहीं चलेगा. इसलिए कृष्णा, दैट्स व्हाई कृष्णा इज सेइंग यू सरेंडर टू मी, आई विल शो यू हाउ आई कैन केयर यू. ये स्वाद ले लो तब मजा आएगा. बट इफ यू हैव सो मच, ओ प्रभु दिस प्रभु दैट प्रभु, हजार कंडीशंस रख के, बिकॉज योर कॉन्शियसनेस इज स्टिल not purified actually. Not purified, and also you didn't understand what is Krishna actually. You didn't understand what is mercy and what is the protection of Krishna. You didn't understand. But you say, I believe Krishna Prabhuji, but if I ask in actions to do, no. पूरा लेके आएंगे, ये भी चाहिए वो भी चाहिए. Ask, pray to Krishna how to. So Krishna that and Guru. So I should become fully surrendered devotee. Manushyanam sahasreshu kasasiddhyati siddhayam siddhanam kassinmam vedi. Becoming full surrendered devotee is not an ordinary thing. It's not a joke. From there, bhakti begins. When we surrender fully, from there, bhakti begins. In that state, our bhakti is free from what? Covering of karma and jnana. Otherwise, our bhakti is covered by the karma and jnana. Our love for Krishna is covered by karma and jnana. Karma means relationship with the wife and children is what is a karma action. That is not bhakti. That is going to cover the love for God. Love for God is bhakti. Love for Krishna is bhakti. Love for family, wife, and so on so is what? Karma. That is going to cover. ये एक दिन में नहीं जाएगा. सुनो सुनो सुनो, बार बार सुनो. इसमें बोरिंग कभी नहीं लगता है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो बार बार जाके सही जगह को हिट करता रहता है. इसको जितना भी सुनते हैं अच्छा ही लगेगा, है ना? It always we should hear. उससे क्या होगा? वो कटेगा एक दिन जरूर सुन सुन के. वो जो अटैचमेंट. वायुनोक्रमतोत्तारः कफ समृद्ध नाडिका कासश्वासकृतायासः कंठे गुरगुरायते. Guragurayate. Already he got disease. He became old. First of all, see, step by step he is coming. Maitra is explained so nicely. First of all, he was so happy because he is able to earn and maintaining wife, family nicely, and everyone is caring. Wife is enchanting him nicely, is going on. And also, he has little children, and they are speaking so nicely with him, and his tiredness and heart, whatever the thakavat is up, everything is just by hearing those words, they are getting relief. Then after that, slowly, he is becoming old. He is not able to maintain his family, got debt. So then, ek kadam niche gir gaya. So then after that, he became old and he's not able to earn now. He became invalid. Then treatment is very worse. Then now started diseases attacking. So then what happens? Utkramatotara kafa samruddha nadika kasha swasa kruta ayasa kante gurguraya. In the diseased condition, one's eyes bulge due to the pressure of air from within. That's why old people eyes are like big. They're coming out. And his glands become congested with mucus. He has difficulty breathing. And upon exhaling and inhaling, he produces a sound like gura, a rattling within the throat. It will happen to everyone. Happen. Shayana Parishoch. Laughing, people are laughing. Why is that? Huh? थोड़ा सा हंसो बाद में तो हंसेंगे अभी तो हंसेंगे ऐसा सोचो हंसो मत उसके बाद होना ही पड़ेगा शयानः परिशोचद्भिः परिवीतस्वबन्धुभिः वाच्यमानोऽपि न ब्रूते कालपाशावशं गतः कालपाशवशं गतः. In this way, he comes under the clutches of death and lies down, surrounded by lamenting friends and relatives. And although he wants to speak with them, he no longer can because he is under the control of. So in the now everything is now, that means the karmis, conditions Jivatma, how he suffers is being said here. So time is going to take away everything. Even body is get digested. Prabhupada purports are like a nectar in all this chapter actually. Nectarian purpose. We should read every day. For formality's sake, when a man is lying on his deathbed, for formality's sake, when a man is lying on his deathbed, his relatives come to him. And sometimes they try very loudly addressing the dying man. Oh my father! Oh my father! Oh my husband! But these are all what? Formality. Because otherwise people will laugh. My father is yesterday, 3 days back actually. He is saying that one old man died. So I asked Prabhu, so Pitaji, so people are crying. He said that, Arey, nowadays it became so shy. They are not crying. Crying is like shy. Even formalities also not followed. In that pitiable condition, the dying man wants to speak with them and instruct them of his desires. Still he has desires. But because he is fully under the control of time factor, then he cannot express himself. And that causes him inconceivable pain. He might be telling, he wants to tell that you have to do in this way. And I secretly kept money here. And he wants to say the place where he kept, but not able to say, and not able to write also. Feeling so much pain. And also some secrets about the land ownership. So actually, this is the land and this is the secret. Before he was not tell. Why? If you tell before, then so son will take full control. Out of fear, he didn't say that. And he thinks that tomorrow I will tell, but now he is not able to tell. This happens actually. He is already in a painful condition because of disease, and his glands and throat are choked up with mucus. Because in the old age, mucus will increase. In all the Navarandras, mucus increases. Not able to speak, not able to breathe, not able to. So even eat also. His cough is coming out and he tried to put inside. No, it will not go inside. He is already in very difficult position, and when he is addressed by his relatives in that way, his grief increases. एवं कुटुंब भरणे व्यापृतात्मा जितेन्द्रियः प्रियते हृदन्तां स्वानां उरुवेदानयास्तदी उरुवेदानयास्तदी. Thus, the man who engaged with uncontrolled senses in maintaining a family dies in great grief, seeing his relatives crying. He dies most pathetically, in great pain, without consciousness. That means he never remembered Krishna. Nothing actually, no clue, no action. In his whole life, even a single time he went to devotees association. Then how he can get no favor, nothing. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that at the time of death, one will be absorbed in the thoughts which he cultivated during his lifetime. A person who had, because of his deep family affection, he forgets his main duty of controlling the senses and improving his spiritual consciousness. Whatever dominantly you did, that only will be there in the consciousness at the time of death. If you do, people think that, oh, Ajamal remembered Krishna, holy name last one time. As at the time of death, if you remember Krishna, then we can go back. Last I'll chant holy name. Huh? Last you'll chant holy name. Actually, Ajamil able to get the opportunity to say Narayana because Ajamil's all the sin and everything is cleaned by which holy name? Last holy name or first holy name? Huh? First holy name. First holy name is when at the time of Namakarna Samskara had happened. So at that time he chanted his son's name in his ear, the son's ear, Narayana. With that name he got purification actually. And even after that he did so many sins, but they are not having any value. And because of he is not having any anarthas, he is able to get the opportunity to call Narayana. Why at that time only Narayana is in front of him? Because that is the opportunity is given for him because he chanted the holy name before. You'll be seeing explanation of this whole episode in 6th canto, 2nd chapter. That I am going to teach in Pune. Next after you people lecture. From here to there I am going. So if you have time, so please hear that. The 3 chapters are very important. 6th canto, 1, 2, 3. So very important discussions to that. So it's not that last holy name, you cannot get until unless all of your anarthas are clean. So you cannot remember Krishna at the time of the death. If you have offenses, if you have aparadas, you are not able to remember. Here, Acharya clearly explains. You have to pay account, you have to settle that account, offense account, and then things will be seen later. Ajamil didn't have any offenses. That's why he is able to remember. Even one holy name, that too without consciously. At the time of Namakarna Samskar also, he doesn't have the feeling that It is the Krishna, Narayana is the supreme personality of Godhead. For his pleasure, I am chanting this holy name. With that consciousness, will he chant? No. Out of affection towards his son, so he chanted the holy name Narayana at the time of name giving ceremony. So even that means that's why that is also Nama Bhas. And by that also he got purification of all the sins because he doesn't have any offenses. And because of that Namabhas only, he is able to get the opportunity to once again call Narayana at the time of death. That's why Vishnu Dutas came. This is the philosophy. Uh, chanting out. And there were then he said, finished. Then he remained the offense. And the last he got the opportunity. So what about the devotees who are chanting the holy name or with offenses throughout their life? So are they not entitled to get the opportunity? Because the Lord has for whole life. So in that scenario, because what I'm trying to understand, in this example, what we are doing, because we also take the process, are we going to establish that it is better not to come in a system and not to take the offenses, stay at home, take the holy name balms, and you will get the opportunity. Or we keep on doing this, show me, Krishna will show us. Although we knowingly or unknowingly are doing. How do you know that you don't have, you are like Ajaman situation? You have no offenses in the background. In the previous life also we have so many offenses. If we sit in the house, then we'll be in the house only. Next house will be ready for us in this material planet. That is the chance we should not take. We should be taking the chance of right process. Choice. What choice we should select? We should elect, we should select. We should be cautious and not to do any offenses. And we should think that already I have so many offenses in the past, we don't know. So knowingly or unknowingly, you might have committed so many. So let me work on my offenses strongly. This spirit should be there. I'll be like Amjamil, who said, Ajamil is a rarest condition which Jiva doesn't have any offenses in the past. Vaishnava Paradas, offenses means. So it is not having, and but that's why in one Nama Bhasa, everything past, present, and future sin also destroyed, and he was able to remember Krishna. So at the time of the death. So that is a rarest example to glorify the the glory of the holy name, that story is said in Bhagavad. It's not for the practicing, it is for the glorification of holy name. When he told that the Vishnu would come, at that time he was scared. So he came and take him. And after that, for 10 years, he went to Haridwar. He do the devotional service very regularly. First he met, then he go to Vrindavan, then Haridwar, then he do the devotional service. And then the Vishnu came. So Mahabharata is saying that we are already in the Ayam state. So Mahabharata Prabhuji or Muni Krishna Prabhuji is saying they are already in the Ayams. We are doing so many offenses. After Prabhupada gave us you should say objective, not subject. You should not bring anyone's name. He is not our authority or not our authority for me or you. So you should not put the name. You should say from the text. Okay. So don't quote the names of the person. It will become like you're competing two speakers. I heard like that you should say. First of all, you should learn how to ask questions. Okay. I heard like this from where somewhere else. And what is this? What Shastra says? Like that you should ask. You are again and again mentioning. What do you want to support? You want to take? Or you want to compete? Compete. Just to take. So actually, in the why Ajamil is not taken back at that time, in Bhagavad it is clearly written that because of his chanting of this holy name, so his lifespan is, that means because of his sin, Yamadutas thought that his lifespan is reduced. But now he is not having the such a reduced lifespan. That's why he is given that time. So then he practiced. But here Acharyas they say that Vishnuduta's coming itself is the getting the final result. Final result means what? So that means he became eligible to go to Vaikuntha. Otherwise, why they came? So in that way, that means that is equal to the perfection. That means Nama Bhasa can give perfection also. That is the point Acharya is establishing there. Acharyas are establishing. So they are not saying that Nama Bhasa will not make you to go back to the Godhead. No. Even Nama Bhasa can give the result of the final result. This has to be accepted. This is the way Acharyas are describing the whole scene. Read your last statement. You said that Namabhas can give you the last statement and final result. But the final result is chanting the name is not anything, just to have the holy name like love of God. So Namabhas cannot give the love of God. No. That's the point actually. Even holy directly chanted name also is not necessary. Even the without conscious, if you chant the name, that itself is having the power of giving the final result. So pray. That much power is there in the holy name, like that it is glorified in the sastra. This is the thing actually. Go and read the commentary. Jew goes from the writing books. If we chant unconscious, I think and it love of God. Yes, that is the axiomatic rule actually. Axiomatic. The glory of the holy name is main important here. What do you have to practice? You have to reduce your offenses. And that's why you should take the holy name again and again. But provided someone doesn't have any anarthas, and in his case, even unconsciously also holy name is taken, he is getting the final result. That is the power of holy name. But we have offenses then? We have to chant again and again, again and again, again and again. Okay. Just question about the simple words. So gloriously put it in. The question about the simple words, so gloriously put it in. Even by offenses chanting one gets perfection. So what to speak of those who chant with love and devotion? Yes. Like that. Sukadeva Goswami gives them. That's it.
Mentioned two things, anartha and love. So, as I understood from this conversation, that love was not there, but the anartha, the material desires, they're still in the heart.
That's not problem.
That's not a problem.
Anarthas, aparadas, if you do about towards the devotees, then that is a problem. Aparada, four types. Sukritota, Dushtutota, Aparadota, and Bhakti Anarthas. In that, powerful is Aparadota Anarthas. Remaining are two things. Okay, first of all, come to our point. If you want to hear more, if you are interested, then we will be going to discuss in the next video. Thousands of questions will be there on this, not one or two. Previously, also I was conducting this same chapters. Devotees will ask us so many questions. Our acharyas very clearly, very elaborately explained everything, very clearly. We'll talk about it. No problem. That's another topic. Sometimes it is seen that a dying man requests the physician to increase his life at least for a few years so that the family maintenance plan which he has begun can be completed. There are material diseases of the condition, so he completely forgets the real engagement to become Krishna consciousness. and is always serious about planning to maintain his family, although he changes families on one after another. Okay. Yamadutau tada prapto bhimo sarapase kshanau sadrishtva trasta hridaya shakram mutram vimunchati. At death, he sees the messengers of the Lord of death come before him, their eyes full of wrath, and in great fear he passes stool and urine. Because of fear, now he passes stool and urine. Just another 5-7 minutes, grooming, and I will give break. That is good of God. Yatana deha avrutya pashe bhadva gale palat nayato dikamatvanam dandyam rajabadayata. As a criminal is arrested for punishment by the constables of the state, a person engaged in criminal sense gratification is similarly arrested by the Yamadutas, who bind him by the neck with strong rope and cover his subtle body so that he may undergo severe punishment. Yamadutas will come and they will remove the subtle body using the Yamapasam. And they'll put and they'll tie it to the neck and they'll pull the subtle body from there, from the gross body. Jivatma doesn't want to go out. So, but still they'll pull because he wants to be there and he wants to be with their family members. He's seeing everyone is, and also he's seeing Yamadutas. It's a big form actually. So costly form, black color, big teeth. So devotees know. Yamadutas will not. Vishnudutas will. Perfect devotees. But whoever is committing offenses of 1 and 7, for them, this Yamadutas also can come. So there is one more place actually where if you commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name, then we should get the punishment for those sinful activities which are committed on the strength of holy name.
But otherwise, you see some offenses are happening.
Huh?
Some offenses are happening. Not be a good. That is the Buddha not coming.
Thus depends upon how we are repenting for our offenses. If we are carelessly, happily doing offenses and not recognizing, and those will be punished actually. And who are repenting for their past offenses and so whatever is happening are also they are very much cautious and they are trying to avoid, those will be saved. But very royal road actually, very happily, easily, and committing offenses towards the devotees and committing sinful activities on the strength of the holy name, very happily. What do you think? Yamadutas will not come, will come. I will find the reference and I will tell it is there actually in Sastra. So that's why one should be cautious of committing offenses. कुछ भी नहीं सब थोड़ा सा भक्ति कर रहा हूं मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूं कर दो बस भगवान आके ले जाएंगे और मैं नरक नहीं जाऊंगा क्या है लाइसेंस है क्या तो भक्ति करके जो भी कर सकते पनिशमेंट रहेगा दंडा मिलेगा because of that attitude. The process of punishment is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Formally, the king's men would take a criminal in a boat in middle of river. They used to dunk him by grasping a bunch of hay, grasping a bunch of his hair and thrusting him completely underwater. And when he was almost suffocated, the king's constable would take him out of the water and allow him to breathe for some time, and then they would again dunk him in the water to suffocate. This sort of punishment is inflicted upon the forgotten soul, inflicted upon the forgotten soul by Yamaraj, as will be described in the following verses. Prabhupada so nicely explains every detail. So see how the punishment is given. Tayo nirvinna hridayastajjanai jatavepato padishwabhirbhakshamana artodham swamanusmaran. While carried by the constables of Yamaraj, he is overwhelmed and trembled in their hands. While passing on the road, he is beaten by dogs. And he can remember the sinful activities of his life. He is thus terribly distressed. From here to go to Yamaloka, in between there is a long way to go. So on that road there are so many dogs also there. And they are weak. So taking out the muscles. In that subtle body there is a pain. And also there is so much heat. It appears from this verse that while passing from this planet to the planet of Yamaraj, the culprit arrested by Yamaraj's constables meet many dogs, which bark and bite just to remind of his criminal activities of sense gratification. Like some person who is not so proper, like beggars, dogs will be barking like that. Behind this person also, dogs are chasing actually him and biting, not only barking, biting also. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that one becomes almost blind and he is bereft of all sense when he is infuriated by the desire of some gratification. He forgets everything. Kamas tai stai dhritajnana. One is bereft of all intelligence when he is too attracted by sense gratification. And he forgets that he has to suffer the consequences also. Here, the chance for recounting his activities of sense gratification is given by the dogs engaged by cameras. While we live in the gross body, such activities of sense gratification are encouraged even by modern government regulations. In every state all over the world, such activities are encouraged by the government in the form of birth control. Women are separate pills and they are allowed to go to a clinical laboratory to get assistance for abortions. This is going on a result of sense gratification. So now they are using artificial means, condoms, this and that, and having the unlimited sex. This is what? This is a sinful activity actually. Actual sex life is meant for begetting a good child. But because people have no control over the senses and there is no institution to train them to control the senses, the poor fellows fall victim of the criminal offenses of sense gratification and they are punished after death as described in these pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, we'll stop here. How much time we should give break, Prabhu? We'll take half an hour extra at least. But we can give a little more break, I think. Or at least some extra time you people give you. No? Yes. 1:30 will, huh? So 1:30 till 1:30 we'll be taking class. So now how much time you want? Break? 20 minutes, okay? Huh? 11 o'clock you will come, no? Please come sharply. जल्दी जल्दी जाके प्रसाद लेके 11 o'clock तक.
Dogs are not normal.
Not normal dog.
But they're eating.
Certain dogs.